Aloha, it's James Jacobson and Maui. We are sitting here in my home office. This is my office where I spend a lot of my day working, and this is my grandmother's chair. This is the chair that I use to meditate in almost every day, Maui and I. It's the afternoon right now, so it's time to take a nap, and she's doing that. I thought I would take this opportunity to talk to you and to thank you. You see, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people write every day sharing the stories that they're inspired to about how they and their dogs connect and relate to one another as a result of watching my movie at doyourememberlove.com. This is one letter that I got today. It came in last week. As I said, we get so many. They go through, they all get read. It just takes a while to get to them. This is about a dog named Gypsy Rose. When I read it, I'm swallowing right now. It gave me a lump in my throat, and so I thought I would share it with you. James, I wanted to tell you I enjoy receiving your emails. They make me smile when I get to read all about Maui. I'm thinking I might need to start meditating myself now. You see, I need to find an outlet to relax and let go. I've been under a lot of stress. My baby girl, Gypsy Rose, my fur baby as she calls her, just passed away on Monday, October 15th. In the evening, and I'm distraught. James, I honestly feel like I don't know how to go on without my little girl. My heart literally aches and hurts. I have a broken heart. I saved her off the streets about 5 or 6 years ago. She was neglected, abused, sick, scared, and alone. I scooped her up and took her home and gained her trust and love, and we became the best of friends. She was sick when I found her, though. She had 2 major surgeries to remove mammary tumors and lymph nodes. I got her spayed. She injured her back one day trying to jump off her couch, trying to play with me, invertebral disc disease. And she had another surgery about 9 months ago for a malignant tumor on her tongue, and most recently, 2 weeks ago, she went into surgery yet again to remove a tumor on her tonsil. And in addition to that, she managed to rupture 2 discs in her back, again trying to jump off the bed one early morning. But in the process of preparing for surgery, the vet found that she had a heart murmur, some fluid in her lungs, and a slightly enlarged heart. After her surgery 2 weeks ago, she was never the same. I kept waiting for my baby to bounce back again because she was always such a trooper. After all of her surgeries, she always came back stronger and spunkier than the last, but not this time around. She just wasn't the same. These last 2 weeks, she had such sadness in her eyes. All she wanted to do was sleep. She stopped wanting to eat. Getting her to take her Lasix pills was a lot of work. You could tell she just wasn't feeling good at all, and her breathing didn't sound good. To make a long story short, on Monday night I came home as quickly as I could from work and school because she wasn't doing well at all. Her breathing sounded like nothing I've ever heard, and she just couldn't seem to catch her breath. But she waited for me to get home. The girl sure did wait, and no more than 30 to 40 minutes of me being home, she went to her bed, laid down, took her last breath, and passed away. James, I take comfort in knowing that she wasn't alone. She came home and she waited for us to come home where she was most comfortable and where she was surrounded by people she loved the most. Me, my mom, my sister, and Gypsy, which is her best friend, Onyx, my mom's dog. She was such a brave girl. She made the decision for me, James, because we were about 2 seconds away from leaving the apartment to take her to the animal emergency hospital, and she passed on her own. I wrapped her in her blankie and carried her warm, limp body in my arms all the way to the hospital. That was the hardest thing I ever had to go through. But I was grateful I had those last months with her to hold her and caress her face. She was my world, and now I'm lost without her. A part of me died with her that night. The tears have not stopped. Yes, I laugh and smile at all the memories we shared and all the wonderful photos I have of her. But the grief, the sadness, and the loss that I'm feeling is so huge right now. I just wish I could have my little girl back. But I know she was sick and not feeling well, and her little heart just couldn't take it. If I could do anything to have her back, I would, but I know that's not going to happen. I just need time to grieve, time to mourn. She's being cremated today, and I'll be picking up her ashes this weekend. At least she's coming home again. She was wonderful. She was so loyal and trusting and loving, and she'll always be a part of me. Please keep me and Gypsy Rose in your prayers, James. And give Maui a big hug from me and my girl. God bless and have a great day. Well, since I read that letter, I want you to know I've given Maui several big hugs. And your letter is very touching. And I thank you for sharing. And you are in my prayers, as is Gypsy Rose. I know that our movie has touched 2.5 million people, many of whom have had to deal with the same type of loss that you've gone through. And we've built a community of strong people who have a strong bond and connection with their dogs, and a strong love for their dogs. So I thank you for being a part of it. I thank you for sharing. And Maui and I wish you well. Keep those letters coming. You can always write me. Here's my address to send me a letter. It's james@doyourememberlove.com. Thanks for watching. Aloha.